Yes, she can stand now for a few seconds. She's been doing exercises to strengthen the muscles in her legs. It will take time, but if she keeps up the hard work, I believe she will. Who will? Asked Lily as she entered the office. Kenny, what a lovely surprise. I thought you had left already. The train leaves later this afternoon. I thought I'd check to see if you have any letters for Riverside Springs. I'm a bit quicker than the post. Will you stay for an early lunch? Cook always makes far too much food, and it will give me time to write a note to Bridget. Kenny took a seat. The door opened once more, admitting Emily, with Leonie following in her chair. Sorry, I didn't know you were busy. We will come back later. Emily blushed as she turned to go. Stay, Emily. This is my nephew Kenneth. We call him Kenny. Kathleen looked at Kenny when he didn't respond, finding him staring at Leonie. She returned his stare as if there was nobody else in the room. Her face flushed as she seemed to realise what they had been doing, and she looked away. Kenny recovered quickly and walked toward Emily to shake her hand. I've heard a lot about you and your work with children, Miss Emily. Kenny's voice shook slightly as he took Leonie's hand, holding it for longer than necessary. I am very pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Chivers. I have heard so much about your bravery. I hope your recovery continues. Leonie blushed again, staring down at the hands in her lap. Lily broke the silence that had descended on the room. I'll go and tell Cook we'd like an early lunch. It'll just take a minute. She closed the door behind her. Kathleen and Emily exchanged a conspiratorial glance. Why don't you take a seat, Kenny? Emily and Leonie are here so we can talk about what we need to do while Lily is away. You know she is travelling to London with Patrick and Frida and will then go on to Ireland with Charlie. Emily's husband oversees the new factory, while us women are trying to organise the next orphan train to leave the city. Aren't the orphans going to Riverside Springs to Mam? Kenny took a seat on the couch near the fire. With a glance at Leonie, Kathleen nodded. She didn't know if Lily had spoken to the girl yet, to see if she agreed with sending her siblings on ahead. Emily picked up some papers from the desk. These are the latest letters requesting children. You would think some were writing to Santa Claus looking for a present with the way their requests are phrased. A white boy with dark eyes and hair who looks just like my husband, preferably 18 months old or less. Another one says, a blonde girl with curly hair and a gentle disposition. Will consider any child up to the age of 4. Emily shook the letters. Why can't they just open their hearts and homes to any child who needs one? Lily came into the room and took the letters from Emily. I used to say the same thing, but I found some people are trying to replace a child they lost. They believe they can love a child more if it fits into their families. I suppose we shouldn't judge them. They don't have the luxury of getting to know the children like we do. They only meet them once the train pulls into the platform. A look of shame passed over Emily's face. I should not be so quick to judge. Kathleen was quick to reassure the lovely young woman who had, until recently, spent all her time looking after orphaned girls.